Alright, hello my lords and ladies, and welcome back to another Shadowbringers playthrough with your favorite trial player, Joe. Today, well, maybe we're gonna do a little fate here, a little twist of fate. Why not? Get it started. We're going to be finishing our custom deliveries, so get that out of the way, and then we'll get back to FFXIV. As we left, we have the Crown of the Immaculate to do. Did I do it in time? Yes. Now, fate presents suck, so. But we're gonna get a couple. Fortunately, I can't leave the area until the fate is actually done. Remember, the magic number for this is 6. Alright. I don't have to leave the area because I'm going to go get my supplies. Where are we at with it too? Deliveries. Ooh. Hand-picked culinary essentials. That's just piece of fate. I certainly hope that Cosmic Deliveries is less tedious than Fates. Did I say Cosmic Deliveries? Cosmic Exploration. Fate token is fine. No issue with Fate tokens. And we need just 3 of these handpicked culinarian materials. I'm getting roped into these fates, I can feel it. But they give you experience points. Like, how much experience did I get for that? 87,000 experience points. So it's not like they're I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's like, you know, I have like my bars at 4 million, so 87,000 isn't that great, but it's not nothing. So let's do a little bit of the softer stuff. Let's just kind of craft and do fates at the same time. It's custom delivery day. Hey, have I played any Sega Genesis games? Sure. The Sonic series. That's what comes to mind straight off the bat. Man, Sonic and Knuckles with combining it with Sonic 3. Mwah, that was a good time to be had. I was a Tails fan, you know, loved playing Tails. And like with the different story paths you kind of took. Mecha Sonic was really cool villain. When you played as Knuckles. Trying to think if I played any. What else did I play on the Sega Genesis? It's hard to come to mind, really. Like, Super Nintendo was so much better system. It's all such a blur. So long ago, I was so young. What other Sega Genesis games? Man, I don't even know. It's like when you start to get into PlayStation, that's when you can, like, kind of more core memories start to form. Real exciting gameplay here, you know, the Fates. Oh my god. Shoot myself in the foot here. This is actually going to get us to level, this will get us to level 78. Yeah, well, that's probably the better decision, you know. It's a shame what happened to Dreamcast. Dreamcast was by far the better system than PlayStation. But man, it just couldn't get off the beat. It couldn't get off the ground. It was Sega was trying to be like Nintendo, but just didn't have the IP power to back it up. How crazy the stuff they were doing with the Dreamcast. It was a far better machine, but, you know, leaps and bounds, but it just was too ambitious for its own good. It's like only Nintendo can get away with being that ambitious, and I don't even think Nintendo might be able to do it anymore. Too much changing of the guard. People have to realize that brands are just brands, they're just names, and it's really matters who's the people that are doing it, who are inside the company that are making the stuff. That's why I'm not like, I've owned every Grand Theft Auto, well, every main Grand Theft Auto, not like China. I don't have Chinatown Wars, but like I GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas, 4, 5, and I'm not getting 6. Because everybody that I liked, that really I felt was the soul of Grand Theft Auto, is gone. Laszlo is gone. The main writer is gone, and I really like Grand Theft Auto because of its writing. I thought it was peak funny. It's like such a great satire on American culture for each time period that it was in. I mean, Grand Theft Auto 4 is a little too serious, but man, it's just a great soundtrack. So I'm like, I feel like the writing's on the wall. I'm not interested in 6. Soul Calibur 2. I liked playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on Dreamcast, and it actually, like, that was the big selling point for me between that and like the PlayStation. Like PlayStation, you couldn't swap out characters with it wasn't even Marvel vs. Capcom 2, they just had Marvel vs. Capcom 1, and you couldn't switch characters because the PlayStation couldn't handle it. Couldn't handle like having that, like, an actual swap of people, so you only could have assists. Like, Dreamcast came along, it's like, yep, 3-on-3, fully switchable. I was like, sweet. Even though I suck at fighting games, I'm done with fighting games. They're conspicuous consumption for me. Vice City Stories, was that like a PSP game? Like, I didn't have any of the mobile games. Shiriak, I hate Shiriak, but let's do it. Since I didn't start crafting, I really shouldn't be doing this. The Fate series takes half an hour to do. Am I gonna spend half an hour doing these fates? We'll do them instead of doing open tournament, right? I'm getting distracted. Okay, the magic number for Fleece is 4. Man, I saw a leak, a quote-unquote leak, that seems to be somewhat credible about what the new jobs are going to be, and my heart sunk a little bit. Not for the tank seems fine. It's not exactly what I would want, but it seems fine. But the range DPS, I'm going, uh-oh. Uh-oh. I was asking, since recently I ordered an Android box turned into an emulator console for retro games. Okay. Sonic and Knuckles / Sonic 3, like the is pretty cool. I would say go with that for Sega Genesis. Man, I'd have to like look at a list of Sega Genesis games to even know what I played. It's so long ago. What's the jobs? Well, if the leak is to be true, now take this with a grain of salt. This is all just, as far as I know, hearsay. But for hardcore fans of this channel, which I believe there are none, you'll know that I'm also into One Piece. At least I was. One Piece has had a major drop off in at least in my interest since Wano. But the new job is emulating Usopp. Marksman is the new job, where you have a giant slingshot as the weapon. And when I heard that, my heart sunk. Like, Usopp, slingshot? Now maybe it'll be cooler than it sounds. But man, that's not. You take the least coolest character in One Piece and make a job out of it. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Slingshot. I'd rather have a crossbow than a slingshot. And I thought the crossbow was kind of lame. Blitzball. I was hoping for a grenader. That's what I actually like. I would like a sword thrower or a knife thrower. That would be fine. But I'm like, that's not really realistic. But a grenader. Now we're talking. Like, you kind of could be like you combine Blitzball or like ball, like something. But it's like orbs, but they explode. You kind of take the best of both worlds. You take 12's grenade weapon slot and maybe combine it a little bit with Waka, maybe kind of does like things like that would have been cool. Oh, hey, I got my daily Twitch ban. Hey, Incurable, long Asian. You have a nice band. See you later. I'm just like, what is going to be the job aesthetic for a slingshot dude? Is it going to be like a little kid? Is it going to be like Bart Simpson? Is it going to be Dennis the Menace? Are they going to go full Usopp and have kind of like the bucket hats and coveralls? Let's start crafting at least while we're waiting for this. Custom deliveries, El Tool. Never mind. Join. This is installing. I'm leveling up. Thank you very much doing this. I'm getting experience. Wow, I'm 2 for 2. Let's go. It's gonna be extra fast. Come on. Can I go 3 for 3? Indigenous aesthetic? I think Square's too afraid to do stuff like that now. That sounds like old Square, but with the amount of people that get fucking irrationally pissed, like they can't even release like stuff in the cash shop without that's like has cultural ties to something without people throwing a hissy fit. Now, granted, I don't think they really listen to those people too much. At least they don't anymore. I think they've seen the cost benefit of listening to them is not worth it by any stretch. But I'm just wondering if that's too much of a headache for them to have it as a main character. And also if it's like like indigenous, like, you know, like native, whatever you want to call it, aboriginal aesthetic, how would that fit into Evercore? I mean, granted, jobs don't always have to fit into the expansion. Like, Pictomancer isn't exactly a Dawntrail thing, I guess, but Viper is, as far as I can tell. To be honest, Gunbreaker's definitely more of a Endwalker aesthetic job because of Ilzabard is where it comes from. But it just seems a little, I don't know. Not exactly fitting. But again, I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping I'm wrong. When I say I'm wrong, I didn't make this prediction. I thought it was going to be like, if you put a gun in my head and said, what's the new job's going to be? I would be like a gunslinger, dual pistols. That's what I thought it would be. Maybe I took the t-shirt a little too literally. People are saying there's like, I'm looking at that going, how is the t-shirt go from that to slingshot? Yeah, but people don't, you know, it's a Japanese company, and the people that get really pissy about that kind of stuff kind of give pass for a Japanese company to give Oriental aesthetics. And also, they don't really care about Oriental aesthetics. It's more like they like, you know, they like the kind of niche cultural stuff to try to protect it. They don't like that stuff being spread around. They call it cultural appropriation instead of like cultural appreciation. I mean, they do kind of, like, when I lived in Japan, I'm sure a lot of people would have, these types of people would have thrown a fit when I wear my yukata around, especially at festivals. It's like, I'm in Japan, I like yukatas, I'm gonna wear freaking yukata. I wear a yukata in the States in the summertime. They're comfortable. They look cool. I like them. You're not gonna stop me. Okay, are we actually gonna get, are we actually gonna craft? Are we gonna craft? Craft, maybe? Okay, let's grab. But yeah, you know how Stormblood, those two jobs fit in perfectly. You have like the Alamegan Red Mage and the you know, the Doma / Higashi Samurai. Those fit really well into the expansion. And same with like all of Heavensward. All of Heavensward's jobs are inside of Ishgard. But man, Slingshot and Viking? Oh, what's the tank job? Tank job is, I think it'll be called a Warden. It's basically big blunt weapons. And there's like talk that it might kind of switch weapons, like depending on your abilities. So maybe it's like a multi-weapon job, but they're blunt, like hammers, morning stars, flails, and like those giant kind of Japanese ogre maces that they have, like the long, like kind of like a baseball bat that's studded. Kind of, if you can kind of imagine that. What am I doing? Okay. Oh, missing that. My God. I've still got to get used to these new buttons. I haven't been crafting outside once a week on these days. Where is Observe? There it is. Ooh. I did not think that would not take me over the edge. I was lucky I had an extra durability. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the tank. The tank seems kind of like, that's just it's like okay, that's, you know, we needed a kind of a like a big blunt weapon class. You know, we needed one of those. And you know, warrior would get a hammer like once in a blue moon, and it just wasn't enough. You know, we need a dedicated hammer class. But it kind of seems like it's going to be like a weapon master, but just like a bunch of different weapons, kind of maybe depending on the ability that you use. You might be thinking, oh man, that kind of sucks, because like, one's if I want the hammer out all the time, or I want to be able to change the hammer, but then you think about the new weapon skins that they're going to come out. So they probably are going to have like different types of hammers for each skin that you use. Maybe it's a David Biblical slingshot. That was a sling. That wasn't a slingshot. You know, it might just take some getting used to. Let's see, this is orange, which means it's artisans. I'm not paying attention. But, you know, I'd rather have like Grenader. That's what I honestly would think. Like, if I was like, if they were putting, if I was on the team and they would give a suggestion, like, what job would you want to be, or like, not even what I would want, because, you know, what I want is a Sin Eater based job somewhere. But they said, okay, like, come up with job ideas. I would definitely pick Grenader as one. And that's like a cool aesthetic, you know, just like the guy with all these bombs. You could create like a pyrotechnic kind of guy. You could like gear that's kind of like being exploded. It's, you have different options for that. This is merchants, right? Yeah, it's cool. It just feels a little weird. It feels like a little, like, think of games where you play as somebody with a slingshot. I might be, you know, I'm a couple years from now, you might be eating my words and say, you know, the slingshot thing has really grown on me. But it's the first job that, if it's true, like, since I've started playing Final Fantasy and seen the job reveals, that I would be like, uh-oh, like, really? Like, all the other ones is fine, you know. Reaper was great, you know. It's like, yeah, I could see that. Yeah, Scythe, Reaper, cool, cool, cool. Sage, loved that idea. Loved the floating kind of weapons to shoot light out and stuff like that. Viper was, you know, it's like, oh, another sword job. Oh, it combines into a 2 into 1. That's kind of cool. That's neat. Pictomancer, I'm like, yeah, I get Picto, I get that. Ink Mage, you know, that was an idea. Ink Mage, that's cool. And then I'm like, Slingshot. Slingshot. Okay, let's just open these. Okay, we're done with the fates. Okay, we'll actually do custom deliveries now. Jeez, you know, we're just having a little chat, talking about, you know, it's FanFest week. It's the week before FanFest. We gotta talk these things out. Am I gonna get nothing but fate tokens? I mean, give me a die, please. It's either fate tokens or dies. That's all I want. I do not want any more glamour coffers. I do not want any furniture. I do not want any mount horns. Because, I mean, I wouldn't mind some mount horns, but the ones that give freaking antelope is so common. Nope, nothing but fate tokens. C'est la vie. Let's continue on our little merry way and crafting this stuff. Rock thrower. That's the new DX job. Well, you know, that could be like Grenader, you know? You throw, like throwing, you know, somebody who actually is throwing something. Just makes sense to me. Just makes sense. Design the, you know, you could have like an, or, you know, I'm even just looking, like imagining the battle stance where you're like, you know, tossing it up in your hand, you know. Like the idle animation is just you like throw it, like throwing one of the grenades up and catching it, you know, repetitively. And it would be easy to design weapons around that, you know. It wouldn't take too much effort. I still have, what do they even call this, muscle memory? Yeah. Yeah, you know, different, you could have different types of stuff. All that would be cool. But, hey, you know, we'll just see. We'll just have to see. I'm kind of hoping that this quote-unquote leak is wrong, but it's semi-credible. It's semi-credible. So. Alright, let's do it. Now, the question is, am I capped again on crafter scripts? Not really, so that's good. Yeah, you know what? You're absolutely right, You feel like a kid? It feels like a kid's job. Well, we have a whole kid race right here. Lalas are going to be even more of a menace. Oh shit, why am I skipping? Oh god, I'm so trapped in my speed run through. Okay, what did he say? He said, okay, here. He said, Arvide said, thanks to you, L2 is ready to share the product of her hard work with her dragon friends. I'd say they're in for quite the treat. I gathered a few ingredients of my own, and together with what you've brought, we've made sandwiches using casseroles. I've tasted them myself, and I never had anything better. Dragons might find this type of food a bit puzzling at first, but I'm sure the taste will be to their liking. L2, you had best get it to them while it's still fresh. Yes, of course. L2, are you alright? Hmm? Yes, quite alright, thank you. Anyway, I must be off at once. I would hate for the bread to stale and the meat to dry. Farewell. L2 couldn't be happier with the effort. She now considers you a cultivated crafter. Through your efforts, L2 has gained a deeper understanding of mankind and fostered her love of crafting. It seems, however, that Otterlong has a different sort of favor to ask. A new quest continuing the story of L2's efforts to learn crafting is now available from L2. Upon its completion, the custom delivery list for L2 will be updated. God, do I even have space? Yeah, I have just enough space for this. Okay, L2 is eager to share her news of labor of love with her own kind. At last, my culinary masterwork is ready to be shared with my kin. Thanks to the guidance of my capable teachers, I believe I've cooked up something that will have even the most stubborn among them clamoring for more. Doubtless, even now, they are eagerly awaiting my arrival, their whispers of what I might bring filling the churning mists with expectation. I'd best leave at once. There are few things more unpleasant than a hungry dragon. Safe travels, L2. Uh-oh. So dizzy. Wings aching. No, I must move forward, before the food cools with it. The esteem of my kin. L2, is something the matter? Not at all. In fact, I'm positively effervescent. Now wait right here. I'll be back before you even realize I've gone. I wish some crafting tools can be glamored with paladin weapons. It's the same animations. Or vice versa, right? Paladin holding a hammer. Whack! It's kind of weird that, you know, if you're crafting with the paladin sword, bang, bang, bang. It shouldn't have taken this long. Come to think of it, L2 was acting rather strangely before she departed. Perhaps we should ask Master Arvide for counsel. He seems to have a solution for every problem. Oh, I hope nothing untoward has happened. I'll stay here and keep watch for L2. I pray you and Master Arvid can get to the bottom of this. Custom deliveries can be made while this quest is in progress. Cannot be made. They'll become available again once the quest is completed. You know, you mentioning that Lalafels can now have slingshots kind of makes me warm up to the whole slingshot idea. It's a Lalafell exclusive job, guys. Just like how that you can't go into those dwarf buildings, you can't do this job unless you're a Lalafell. Excalibur's editor cut also would be a botanist with a relic weapon while smacking the tree with it. I feel like Geralt would kill you himself if that was the case. What are you doing with my beautiful weapon? Good day, what brings you here? Now that you mention it, I haven't seen L2 since she left with her delivery. You're certain she hasn't returned? I meant to give her this hammer. This hammer I made as a little reward for her efforts, considering how hard she's been working. I wouldn't be surprised if she's just gone on a leisurely stroll, or fly, I suppose. A flit? Any road, she is a dragon, albeit a tiny one. Try as we might, we would be fools to think we understand even a fraction of what goes on in her head. I'm sure she'll return in her own time. Still, if you must go looking for her, take the hammer. I've no doubt her eagerness to learn how to use it would send her back here as fast as her little wings can carry her. She's oft goes on at length about her dragonet friends at this place called Zenith, somewhere in the churning mist. If that rings a bell to you, I reckon it might be a good place to start. Oh, when am I planning on starting the Alliance raid? Once I get my final character past 5.0. So after I get the speed through done, we're going to get my final character, my self-insert, my cat boy. We're going to do a retrospective playthrough of 5.0, and then after that, we're going to start doing the patch content, and we'll do the MSQ for 5.1, and after that, at some point, the Alliance raid will be done before I go to at least the first part of the Alliance raid. At least before we get to 5.2. Because actually I want to do the Alliance raid on my self-insert for the first time. Kind of want to give each of my characters something to do. I know I'm freaking crazy, like what am I doing, right? Like, why does it matter? Just do it on your one character. Nah. Hey, you look kind of like L2, but you're not wearing your fancy hat, so you're probably not her. Oh, is that who I think it is? The very hero who triumphed over Nidhogg and brought peace between our kinds? From all the stories L2 has told of you, I expected a bit more grandeur. I suppose appearances come second to when you spend your days working with your claws. Or hands, were they? Nevertheless, I must thank you for taking the time to pass down such refined arts to my friend. We do so enjoy seeing what she brings. You're looking for her? She's visiting friends not far from here, gushing over what was it called? What was it? Cooking of hers? Delectable stuff, that. To think there was more to food than scorching and chomping. Makote Joe encountering the Yorha androids. You know what? I want my character, I want 2B, my self-insert to meet 2B. Still, I'm sure she would be delighted to receive that deadly-looking trinket of yours. What do you call it? A hammer? It looks far too heavy for me to wield myself, but it should be able to carry it without dropping it. That is, unless I choose to drop it. Those Mughals who've been pestering me are in need of some overdue comeuppance. Ahem. Anyway, I shall let her know you've arrived. But let me warn you that it may be some time until she's willing to show herself. I feel like I'm not catching something. Now, pass that hammer of yours over here. I pray it's not as unwieldy as it looks. F2's hammer, a hammer designed to fit in the claws of any enterprising dragon or dragonette wishing to learn the fine arts of crafting. So this is one of those tools you wingless ones are so fond of? Are all of them as complex as this one? It shall be safe in my keeping, I assure you. I wouldn't have the slightest idea of how to use it even if I wanted. Now wait here, I shall return. When, however, I cannot say. What is up with these? This freaking dragon is acting like a freaking pixie. Sir Morningstar, there you are. Surprised to see us, I take it. Young Hatilong got it in his head to come searching for L2, and there wasn't a thing I could do to sway him. Try as I might to distract him with work, somehow he managed to book us a trip across the sea of clouds. It's a wonder we caught up to you, all things considered. Just how long have you been waiting here? Too long. Where is she, Sir Morningstar? Where is L2? What? Why wouldn't she want to see us? That doesn't make any sense. L2, can you hear me? Where are you? Oh, shush. You'll wake something bigger than a dragonette with all that shouting. Ooh, big dragon. Huh? That scarf. That hat. Wait, L2? Is that you? I knew you would recognize me. Still, an explanation may be in order. You see, a dragon's growth is dictated by forces both eternal and external. Sometimes its growth can be quite dramatic, as you can plainly see. Truth be told, I had been feeling out of sorts lately, but now I see that my discomfort was merely my new me trying to break free. And now here she is, a dragon reborn. I'm so glad you're all right. More than all right, by the look of things. This new tool is wonderful. It is as if Master Arvi knew I was on the brink of an incredible change. Had I received this hammer but a day earlier, I would have held it clumsily in my tiny claws. Now, however, it feels like an extension of my very body. My mind is brimming with the possibilities of what I might craft next. Your growth is unlike aught I have seen before. Such a spectacular transformation has already made you the topic of much discussion among dragonkind. I can imagine not a small amount of jealousy. Do you think dragon tastes good? Immortal flesh. We'd have to ask the Knights 12. They freaking gorged on dragon. Can't be too bad. I mean, you got all the heretics drinking dragon blood. Sweet, sweet dragon blood. See, what did I tell you to? There's no need for all that fretting and fussing. Still, if not for young Halloween's concern, who knows if I would have ever set foot in the churning mists. I apologize for causing undue worry, but I pray you understand how embarrassing it would have been if anyone saw me before I was ready. And now you are the first to behold a dragon not warped by conflict and strife, but nourished by peace and fellowship. Well, not the first, surely, but the first in quite some time, when man and dragon lived in harmony. Maturation like mine may have been more common. I think there may be something to that, Eltul. If we ask around, we may just find a dragon who has stories of those Halcyon. Oh boy, okay, we're gonna have to do it, folks. We're gonna have to do it. It's that time again. We must look up a word. You know, this word actually seems kind of familiar to me, but we're gonna look it up anyway. Beyond definition.
Halcyon.
Halcyon. Is that the right term? Did I spell that right? Yeah, Halcyon. A kingfisher, especially one of those, the genus Halcyon, a fabled bird. A kingfisher? Let me, Halcyon Days. Okay, so
Halcyon Days.
Halcyon Days is its own set of definition, not just Halcyon, but Halcyon Days is the word. Okay. A period of calm during the winter when storms do not occur. A period of calm, often nostalgic. Halcyon Days of yore. Okay. Halcyon Days. Good to know. That's its own set. Okay, let me just save this to my folder here. Save as Halcyon Days. It seems a little familiar, to be honest. Like I've heard it before. Probably, maybe even in this game. Okay, Halcyon Days. Save to the folder, and that only thing left in is to say, the more you know. Alright. If we ask around, we may just find a dragon who has stories of those halcyon days. At the very least, it would be a chance to make new friends among the clouds. Hey, we can start with our present company. I'd be eager to hear of your life here. Me? Why, I would be delighted, although I have seen scarcely more summers than L2. She has regaled me with the many tales of the wingless ones that build and tinker. Far from the primitive brutes I had believed they were, her stories told of an inventive and adventurous people. While I thought the stories fanciful, I now see that if anything they weren't fanciful enough. Mayhap I too shall journey down below the clouds and live among mankind for a time. Try my claws at this crafting of yours. You would be more than welcome. Indeed. Is this not what we set out to accomplish from the onset? To bring man and dragon closer one step at a time? I believe we are well on our way. I shall do my part in spreading the word far and wide. Surely I'm not the only dragon interested in following L2's path. The more the merrier. I suppose we should return with haste and tell Lord Francel to expect a few more visitors to Ishgard. Even so, the level-headed as he may be... even one so level-headed as he may be caught off guard by the sudden influx of dragons. Alright. Something happened. I think it erased all my... Did I really complete every single side quest I had accepted? Doesn't seem right. Feels weird to have that completely empty. Got a big dragon here. Get a look at her. Got a pickaxe, got a frying pan. Now she has a hammer. Looks like a armor smith hammer. If I had to call one out between the two. Welcome back, Sir Morningstar. I must confess I had my doubts when I first agreed to this arrangement, but L2 and young Hatalong here have proven to be more resourceful than I gave them credit for. I mean, I just thought you were just some random crafter. Not truly worthy compared to me. Of course, Morningstar deserves his share of the credit as well. Were it not for your tutelage, I would have not grown as I have, and in doing so, finally compelled my friends to come mingle with the men and women of Ishgard. Lord Francel was most understanding when we informed him of what we had planned. He gave his word to ensure that none of the less savory elements of the city would bring harm to its new visitors. Even now, he's working to inform those with authority in Ishgard to welcome my brothers and sisters. Before long, the sight of wings in the skies will fill the hearts of men not with dread, but with elation. The industriousness of these two never fails to impress. We might do well to learn from them, eh? I would also like to thank you, Hatalon. Had he not come to the Churning Mists, the idea of befriending our erstwhile nemesis, nemesis, no, not Nem. How do you spell it? Neem. Am I not getting this right? N-E-M. Yes. E-S-E-S. Yeah. No. I want This word, is this even a word? Am I so dyslexic I'm not spelling it right? Okay, whatever. ESES, right? Okay, well, apparently that's a made-up word. One more time before I close this down. Yeah, it's apparently it's not really a word. Okay. I tried, folks. I tried. Our erstwhile nemesis may have remained not but an idle fancy for the other dragons. But thanks to his affable nature, the first spark of curiosity has been struck in their hearts. You're too kind, L2. I, for one, can't wait to see this place alive with the sounds of dragon and man conversing in good faith. And with one endeavor having reached a satisfactory conclusion, I believe it may be time to begin another. My time spent with L2 has proved me with more than enough notes to begin my chronicles, but I must first compile and arrange them. Then you'd best begin sooner rather than later, lad. Once you're finished, bring it to the manufactory, and I'll see about producing some illustrations to give your book a little flair. Now, isn't that a marvelous idea? You can fill the book with pictures so that even dragons who cannot read your letters can understand. Oh, what harmonious song should such a work could inspire. Song, perhaps, that can be sung in unison. In fact, I believe I may have my title. An Ode to Unity. Man and dragon shall come to a deeper understanding, and I hope appreciation of the other by reading it. Not bad, lad. Not bad at all. Well then, it sounds to me that we've quite a lot of work ahead of us. I'd best get started. Caligo, might I trouble you to assist Master Hanoi in the completion of his chronicle? I can think of nary a more ambitious work. This book may prove to be the very foundation of a long-lasting peace. For my part, I shall continue making deliveries to the Treading Mists, that my brothers and sisters there might be enticed to join their brethren here. Okay, we completed future requests from a selection of random for all those you have seen thus far, with the list refreshing once a week. Yes, so we've completed it. Note that the printing essentials and printing material in inkshells will earn you a particularly handsome reward whenever they make an appearance on the special items that give you bonuses. Oh, what's this? Another quest. Toss you out. On L2's wings, Hatalong has something to share with you, and he can't hold it in any longer. First, let's see what L2 has to say. Have you seen? The firmament is positively brimming with dragons. There's something... Yeah, look at that. There's dragons over there. It's like there's something fluttering on the side of my screen. Oh, there is much and more I must teach them. I can't expect every one of them to adjust as well as I have. Sir Morningstar, there you are. L2 and I have been thinking of how we can repay you for all your help. After much deliberation, we decided to ask Master Arvine to help us craft a bespoke item just for you. I hope he hasn't spoiled the surprise. When last we spoke, he said that the project was nearing completion. Perhaps he's finished by now. Oh, I do hope you like it. People made this with those fleshy stumps? They may be fleshy, but they're nimble and... nimble in what? They're nimble and ambitious besides. Okay, he's down where he normally is. Welcome. I take it you've spoken to Hedlon then. Well, here you go. L2 was most insistent I designed this horn just so. Blow on it and the little dragon will fly to your side wheresoever you may be. Although I suppose I can't call her little anymore, eh? 'Tis only natural that she grows. Her desire to see more of the world would grow as well. That's why she wanted you to have this. Show her every corner of the civilized world and introduce her to the people of all sorts. She'll need a wide breadth of knowledge if she means to paint her kin the full picture of our kind. When I first agreed to help L2, I had no inkling I might be contributing to something much larger than myself. Whatever comes of her efforts in the end, I must say I'm honored to have played my small part in it. Thanks for giving me this opportunity, friend. New mount. L2 mount. When blown, this ornate whistle emits a distinct tone that summons to your side L2, the young dragon, with a passion for crafting. L2 should be here. Yeah, there we are. L2 first encountered a curious dragonet. L2 became a dragon grown during her stay in Ishgard. With her passion for crafting, she underwent an evolutionary heretofore unseen by her kind, developing dexterous forelimbs that allow her to deftly wield all manner of implements. You have a knack for this, L2. By Hotlock. Okay. I do not think I'll be adding her to my favorite mount list. Perhaps with Pius, who has more of a dragon theme because he's his guardian, I will put her with him once I unlock that with him. Another dragon right here. What is your home called? The Sea of Clouds. Have you ever been? Is that all you two are gonna say? Okay. Are there gonna be dragons all over the place? Or just around L2, I wonder? Such magnificent images of the fury. All right, let's finish off Charlemagne. Alright, I have to make 3 more. Oh my god, space. Space. It's these stupid food items. Actually, it's these things too. Let's see if I can cash some of these tokens in. Problem is I'm using a lot of them for raiding right now. And they're unique, so I can't get more than 1 per slot. Okay, let's try. I think base. Sorry for the detour, folks. We're gonna turn some of this stuff in so I can... I know I've replaced some of that. Yeah, I'm raiding. We got to E2. We beat E1 and we re-cleared for the static members who missed it, and we got to E2 and I switched to tank, and very embarrassingly I cannot keep aggro. I was main tank, but I couldn't keep aggro against the gunbreaker. Probably because I used appropriate food and my eye level was much lower than his. Or, even though it's minimum eye level, like, some of my stuff is below minimum. You know how, like, I have some augmented tombstone gear, which offsets the stuff that is below the eye level, that, you know, the mean becomes higher. So when you go in, the augmented stuff gets scaled down, but your lower stuff doesn't get scaled up. So I'm kind of under-equipped, if you understand what I'm saying. So yeah, this was a mistake. I accidentally bought this. We'll get rid of it. Deep shadow casting. Actually want to hold on to that. Maiming. I don't have any maiming jobs. We're gonna get rid of that. Striking. I have a better gear than that. Why is my healing that? Oops. Oh, right, because I have shadow gear. Okay. Okay, let's buy some material coffers. Getting 3.0. Or armor. Okay, so they go beyond 99. That's good to know. So let's put these in, my glamour dresser for now, because I do like them. And I'll remove them and cache them in once I get full neck and ears. Casting, yes. This item is saved to a gear set. Oh no. I don't want Eden Gate. Hide items on a gear set. That'll make things easier. Okay. Casting. Yes. And I should. Back, let's just do it now. Let's save the shadow. Like, should I keep those bracelets? Probably, but we'll just skip that for now. I'm wasting too much time as is. Should probably put the weapons in my glamour dresser as well, because you never know, we might want to use them someday. Teleport to Yulmore. See if I can cash in a few of these tokens before tossing them out. I'm going to hold on to the rings because those are much more efficient ways of getting seals, because it's 1 for 1. Okay. Of course, I could get all of these, yeah. I don't have any aiming or scouting gear, so where Calico. These all in. That's a great savage of trial players' inventory management. Okay, let's toss these tokens. It was only uh-oh. One moment. I have to something happened to my chat overlay. There we go. Alright, let's toss these What do you mean? Yeah, I'm done. I'm done holding on to this peacekeeper stuff. Peace lover stuff. We're done. Is there anything I can disenchant? Probably. Oh, okay. We're got some extra space now. Whew. Apologies for that little detour, but management is something that is required. All right, let's get back to Shadowbringers. Delivering. High T, if I remember correctly. All right. Show me. Take it. Yeah, I just want to do that. Love to see it. Ooh, excellent. All right, that should do it for Shadowbringers. Here we go. We are currently preparing to host a high tea for our patients. Hey, Lord Dosuke. Shadowbringers treated me all right, you know. Surprisingly, it broke me. I didn't think it would. It just happened. Freaking 6 words. Let's see. Remember us. Remember how we lived. Yeah, those 6 words that Hades/Emmett Silk said at the very end cut me so deep and fast I was unprepared for it. Right now we're just, I'm a guy who has some alts, so, well, I'm doing first time content with these, you know, maxing out the new custom deliveries, trying to get my crafting up because I need to get raid ready. Well, I am pretty prepared for the first wing of Eden. I need to get ready for the other wings as well. So we're just leveling up crafts and also getting my alts up. But thanks for asking. Thanks for stopping by. Getting back into game after 7 months away. Are you a trial player or are you full sub? Thanks to you, we now have everything we require. It is time to prepare the venue for the high tea. Come, let us go and put smiles on our patients' faces. You're subbed? I'm still a trial player. I've been in the trial for years. This is probably my last expansion under the trial, though. But I was holding out. I'm like, I bet you Shadowbringers is coming with the expansion announcement, and sure enough, it was. So right when I finished Omega, I'm like, it was a couple months away from FanFest. I'm like, I'm holding out. How are you feeling? Enjoying yourself? I am. I must say, I never thought it could be so pleasant. It could be so pleasant at an infirmary. Thank you, Meili. I dare say the event is a success. We owe it to the two of you for conceiving of it and providing what was required. Liking the fit? Thanks, man. This is one of my least... It's just this character, Caligo, he always wears that mask. I'm a role player at heart, and Caligo does not like to show his face for reasons undisclosed to the public at the moment, but I'm kind of happy not a lot of people use this mask. I rarely see it, if I see it at all. I think most people like to see their characters' faces, so they don't like to cover it up, but I like having this white mask for Caligo. Full glad am I to see our patients so enjoying themselves. Long as many of them must stay here, with little addition comfort we can provide goes a long way. And as an unexpected benefit, you helped with the preparations as well, did you not? Thank you, Runtanane. You have a good heart. Well, I scarcely did anything. Give him a little head pats. It served to break down the barriers to which my nephew had clung. Am I gonna get another side quest now, like I did with L2? Through your efforts, the patients of Sir Vendreau's Grace have never enjoyed better conditions. It seems, however, that Charlemagne has a different sort of favor to ask you. Not only did the event unfold smoothly, by participating in it, my nephew has begun to warm to the idea of a new Ishgard. I couldn't have asked for a better outcome. Going forward, 'tis my intent to host high teas on a regular basis, meaning we will continue to require new relevant supplies. I hope you will keep obliging us, Caligo, with those items as well as the usual necessities. Oh, hey, we're on the... Oh, you're a Crystal player? You know us, Crystal... You know, I'm worried, Dosuke, about the upcoming crunch or combination of the data centers into one for Duty Finder and Party Finder. I feel like we're going to start seeing some Crystal discrimination. I've already seen it. I've traveled to Aether and seen in some like recruitment things, no crystal players. I'm like, what? Us crystal players, we don't have a great rep for raiding, apparently. When I say a true role player, make sure they are good at their job to further the role-playing experience. You know, you gotta play as a good warrior. Gotta be a good, if you're gonna be the warrior of light, you gotta be the warrior of light, you know? But I'll do my best to dissuade any negative stereotypes that us crystal players have. You really like working here, don't you? Oh wait, I didn't do my melee voice. You really like working here, don't you? Truth be told, I had not expected to enjoy myself so. I never would have known this were it not for you and Caligo. And with the masters at home laid to rest, I may continue to doing my part here with an easy heart. I trust that you will continue to be at my side, Melee, as a fellow aide and mentor both. Oh, you can count on it. It's great fun working together, and I learned so very much from you as well. And you, Caligo, we are indebted to you more than words can express. You have done all of us at St. Vandrew's Grace a great service, and I pray that you will continue to lend us your expertise. Speaking of which, there is one favor I've been meaning to ask of you. You're an MSQ guy? I'm an everything guy. In case you're wondering how I spent four plus years in the trial, it's because I do everything. I sweep this game for as much content as I can, which is probably why my YouTube videos, I have a lot. That's the base of my YouTube videos, especially the Easter egg stuff. You know, I go through as much of the game as I can and try to find little tidbits and little Easter eggs. I'm squeezing milk from a stone, or is it? I'm squeezing blood from a stone, I should say. Though I have been disguising myself, leastwise, that was my intent, I have failed to fool a single person. As such, I shall shed with disguises and strive instead to dress in a manner that would better endear myself to citizens and patients both. Whenever you have a spare moment, I would greatly appreciate your insights on outfits. So now I can dress him up. I have a few ideas for Charlemagne. One, I dress him up like his old outfit. Give him the Lord appearance, his standard Lord appearance back. The other, I dress him up like the rest of the staff are, like Marlouette here. And this guy, I look up what these guys are wearing and have him dress as them. And my third outfit is I dress him up like a pirate, like his son. But give him a big chicken head. Just put him in a mascot outfit. Okay, we're done with custom deliveries, at least for now, until we unlock the third one, which is MSQ gated, so we can't really deal with that right now. Which means it's time to switch out to my alt and continue the alt speed through. When last we left, we have the Crown of the Immaculate. Just got through Mount Golg, and we need to do the Crown of the Immaculate. For those that don't know, this is not my first playthrough. My first playthrough was with my Elazin character. This guy I'm just trying to get up as fast as possible, so I will be skipping cutscenes. If you want to see my first reactions, please check out my YouTube channel, Ojo-sama. You can see under the Shadowbringers playlist, you can find all my initial reactions. So do not take offense to my cutscene skipping. So we're gonna do our dailies with Pius here. While we do that, oh, there's no Endwalker spoilers. I have not gone to Endwalker, and that's a rule. No spoilers in my chat, please. If I ask a question, it's most likely hypothetical, and I'm trying to figure it out myself. Join you with roulette. I'm not going to do roulettes on stream unless I have to for leveling purposes, but I'm going to be in the Crown of Immaculate. So if you want to join me in that, no worries, Lord Dosuke, you can join me there. In fact, I would encourage you to. So just queue up and we'll hopefully get paired together. But while we do this, we're going to do our Pixie dailies and our Kitari dailies. Hopefully that'll I was having good luck with queue times last stream, so hopefully we'll continue that trend. Of course, we're going to do the dailies as Machinist, so I want to get Machinist up. Okay, 1, 2, where's the third quest? One there. One there. Where's the third one? Oh, there. Always have a hard time seeing it. Are you the tank or are you the DPS, Dosuke? Always like skimming the water. Are you stalking me? You actually like in the game? I'm in Mateus. Oh, there you are. Are you on the QB? Sorry, I'm trying to get these done as quick as possible. No time to chat. No time for character interaction at the moment. What are you talking about? Water? We all can breathe underwater. Oh, sweet. Nice, quick pop. Let's go, Va3. A blessing of...
Are you so determined to die? One last chance, villains! Bow down and acknowledge your king! Your god!
No, don't worry, man. It's just a normal trial. We're gonna be fine. It's not even mid-eye level. We'll be cool. Queen's Burst is so front-loaded. Boost them. Boy, those fight work slow. Jumpy Jewel.
Suffer, 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 and know your folly! Tell you, why do you not fall?
There we go. Tell me your secret, Battery. I need a glow up like this. I love that they uses the word passion for this. Oh, with that halo behind him, so cool. Battery, you're the coolest. Why we gotta be enemies? You hate him? But he's so cool. Look at his style. He's a great interior decorator. The worst part about him was he was hideous, and now he's beautiful. Inventory, which I think means like lust in Latin. Such a cool ultimate attack. It's so cool. I want Valkyrie's wings as a mount, now that we have wing mounts. First. That poor god did not get its proper boost. I'm gonna have to convince my static to do this. We mostly just do raids, but after the first wing, I'm gonna say, can we please do innocence? I guess I should have done it. Yeah. Somebody else did it. I never think about doing LB. Ah. I don't skip the end cutscenes of group content because I don't want to give off the vibe that I'm skipping, even though I am. Because this is my character's first time, so. Let's see. Which one are you, Dosk? I'll give you a commendation. Are you Shiro? Seen? Oh, yeah, you got a commendation from me. Thanks for coming and helping me out, man. That queue time was all the more faster for your efforts. Much appreciated. Okay, we're gonna skip this stuff. Appreciate it. Dosuke, this character of mine, he needs the commendations more than anyone else. He's actually the character I play the least with, so. I'm gonna do a third playthrough of this, Dosuke, so. After I'm done with this guy, I'm gonna do my final alt, and that's gonna be a retrospective playthrough where I will not be skipping any of the cutscenes. But this guy is kind of like science to see how fast you can get a character through Shadowbringers if you want to. Yeah, I have 3 characters because I'm a role player at heart, and having all jobs on one character is just too much for me. I mean, wait, yeah, it just doesn't feel right. So I divided them up between 4 characters, but the 4th one was my breaking point. I got the 4th character to Heavensward. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. So I spread his jobs between the 3, but I think I'm good at 3. Though I don't know, maybe eventually I might whittle them down to 1 or 2. But right now I have 3 characters. So my self-insert character, aka my YouTube avatar character, he still hasn't gotten through Shadowbringers yet. So as soon as I get him to 5.0, the end of 5.0, this guy, I will be doing a retrospective playthrough where I will watch all the cutscenes again and kind of give my feelings, having done it, having kind of done it once before, well, twice technically. So that's it. Yeah, I have my first time playthrough, and then my speed through, and then my retrospect playthrough. That's the way I plan on doing it. But I get what you're saying. If I have to fight the urge not to read everything again for this one. Little side information, if you go and talk to people around the world in this current state, what's kind of heartwarming is that even though the everlasting light has returned, everyone's more concerned about your health because, you know, you were dragged off of Mount Gulg in a very sorry state. So everyone, you think everyone would be like, oh no, the light's returned. But they're like, hey man, yeah, the lights come back, but how are you doing? You looked really terrible. Kind of is heartwarming. I'm missing where I'm supposed to be going. Where am I supposed to be going? Okay. There. Oh, okay. Well, if I'm this close to that 8th thread, I might as well do it. It's one side effect of speeding through this. You kind of lose what you're supposed to be doing sometimes. They tell you anything like, oh, go talk to this guy. And you know where that person is, so you can do it. But if you're just speeding through it, you're like, wait, where am I supposed to go now? Catalyst is at the crystalline mean. He's gonna tell me about that other dude who looks like Geralt. Probably somewhere in a cave, but he's actually under the sea. Hold on one moment. Somebody in real life is wants to talk to me. Give me one moment. Alright, apologies for that. My mother is sick, so I just have to make sure she's doing okay. This actually is a cutscene I might not skip because I do want to see Ardbert and Pius next to each other, as they have a very similar model. They actually kind of look like they might be shards Like, you know, the sundered versions of each other. I want to see, you know, these two next to each other, especially at the lobby in Amarat. That's a cutscene I might not skip. Like, doesn't
the people of this city have spirit, I'll give them that. They've not lost the will to fight.
Like, don't these two kind of look like they would be,
I can imagine how torn you must feel, looking at that sky.
like they're sundered versions of each other.
To everyone. And that you're responsible.
Come on, Arbor, let's kick this up. This is supposed to be a fast run through.
If you're thinking of coming clean, don't. It might make you feel better, but it would make things 100 times worse for them.
I just want to see the fist bump. Is Arbor taller than my character? Even I'm at max
You're in a corner,
higher height.
and there doesn't seem to be any obvious way out.
Am I? Did I put Pius the max height?
But that doesn't mean it's over. However hopeless it seems, you haven't lost yet.
They have same eyebrows, same hairstyle. I think different lips, though. Maybe different face. It's kind of hard to tell.
I remember looking up at the sky like this before.
Just gotta show who's taller.
Being caught up in a strange
It's got
kind
boss
of calm.
model syndrome where the bosses have to be huger than the player.
It was after we realized we were responsible for the flood. When we resolved to journey to the source by taking our own lives. One last sacrifice. One last fight. One last failure. And then the Oracle appeared and, well, you know the rest. There were times in the years and decades that followed when I wondered if we might not have been better off just letting the rejoining happen. That we'd made one last mistake. But seeing that giant Talos stir to life cured me of any doubts I still had. Always we took the burden of fighting upon ourselves. That's what heroes do, isn't it? So we never had the chance to see anything like that. Our people coming together as one.
Well, there was no real need, Ardbert.
To think that their hope still burned so bright. That they were still so eager to live, they would lift up their fellows, one on top of the other, till they reached the sky. No. We made the right decision. And I can finally feel proud of the part we played in helping this world survive.
I'll give the fist bump. That's all I wanted to see. I wanted to see Pius and Arbert give a fist bump.
Well, come on then. as I thought. What happened between us was no coincidence. My story may be finished, but the fates have gifted me a minor role in yours. I suspected as much the moment I realized you could hear me. But it's hard not to doubt yourself when you're the man who caused the flood. I was afraid to do anything more than watch for fear of making things even worse. But no longer. After all, the path I once walked is now yours to finish. For what it's worth,
Okay,
you need a push,
that's all I
I'll be
wanted
right
to
there
see.
behind you.
And we'll see the. I want to see the one where the Amarat shadow guy says like, "Oh, you guys are the same soul." Now that I think about it, yeah, should have had. Sweet. Gonna keep the glamour plates off while I'm leveling Pius, just to kind of give that new adventure through Shadowbringers look. And while I'm here, so what did I... No, where's the... There it is. Let's take the materia out. Read the materia. Let's go meld this, and then we'll go back to doing our dailies. Should have equipped this before the fight with Innocence. But oh well. Okay, let's put determination. And let's put direct hit. Let's see. What do I need more of? Critical hit or skill speed? Need more critical hit. Critical hit or direct hit? Direct hit. Alright. Switch back to Machinist and let's continue our little dailies. It's ironic that my most rare mount that I have is on the character I play the least with. But look, this is my priest character, and this fat chocobo has a little pope hat on. How could I not put the big fat chocobo on my priest character? Yeah, it's only given in like giveaways. I got this through a Twitter retweet. You know, it's like, retweet us with this message and we'll give you a chance to win a big fat chocobo. I actually managed to get it. Still need the parade chocobo, which is the commendation one. Yeah, I tried to get the cloud. I forgot what the other ones were. There was a cloud. And I remember the cloud because that's the one I really wanted. Let's teleport. Get these done, and then we gotta do the Qatari. Now the Qatari is the one thing I do not do slowly on Pius, because that is my first time through with this character. Each one of my characters gets a tribal quest to do first. So, but my first playthrough with Caligo, we did the Pixies. Oh man, I'm not gonna get enough experience on machines to get them up to 80. All right. So now I got Fisher up to 80. I could do a crystalline mean quests. Let's get botanist going. Now, personally, I think they should add the big black chocobo to like a Moogle treasure trove event. If you're just gonna hand them out in contests, like once in a while, just doesn't have to be all the time. Just like put them in one Moogle treasure trove. So I'm doing this side by side with my main on Caligo, and it turns out that no matter which version of this you put up here, you'll find evidence that what you put down was true. It's really dark if you put the other one in where they're attacking the Qatari. Apparently the old Ronka would sacrifice new races to their gods. So they were sacrificing Qatari to their gods, but then when the gods say, hey, these guys are cool, then they're like, okay, we don't need to sacrifice you anymore. We're gonna allow you into the Empire now. And he's like, thanks to the bloodshed of my ancestors, we now hold our station. Well, like this version of history is like, oh, they protected us. I like to think that both are true. So it's like they met the Qatari, the Ronka, and they protect them from the wildlife and go like, oh, you saved us. It's like, yep. And now we're going to sacrifice you to our gods. But don't worry. Once the gods like you, we'll let you into our society. So I'm doing the nice version of history with Pius here, but on my main, I'm doing the bloody part of history, so we're gonna do this. You saw it too. You too saw how Master Linnell welcomed us when we visited Fanalias. Why, it's simply post-purporous to think that the friends of my great and so on grandmothers and grandfathers hunted us like vermin. Yes, I am quite certain the V's were our friends from the earliest of days. The Qatari in the markings is meant to be raising his hands in sheer joy. Surely you agree. And what does he say? History is full of cruelties and harsh truths. While my boy would propose a starry-eyed view of our past, I prefer to face reality with my eyes wide open. The V's and Qatari forged a friendship, trusted and true. Acknowledging the unpleasant nature of our first encounter allows us to appreciate That's all the more. Surely you agree, Father. My personal thing, personally, I think that Katarl is right and not Chakur. Because let's think of every encounter we've had with the V's. They attack first, always. They always attack, ask questions later. Like they almost killed these two guys when they first met them. So, but we're doing rosy-eyed history with this character. Splendorous. Oh, thank you, Father. I knew you would see things as I did. Chakur Couture would convince you of the merits regarding his theory of the history between the Qatari and the V's. You believe my son has the right of it? Well, I suppose there is something to be said for adopting a brighter view of history. Very well, let us proceed with the restoration. At long last, another piece of history comes into focus, but our struggle to reclaim our legacy goes on. Pray continue to lend us your aid. I'll be honest, based on attack first, ask later if they survive. Yeah, that's maybe on my third character I'll do a intermingle. But I think actually my third character, my third character. So these are blue instead of red. The second Qatari stele has been restored to depict Chakur Couture's interpretation of the first encounter between the Qatari and the V's. Protected by the new altar erected according to the traditions of the V's and heartened by the rediscovering another piece of their heritage, the Stuarts have returned to their excavation efforts with newfound zeal. Should you choose, continue to aid them in their cause. So now we have an altar here. What do you guys say? You guys have any dialogue for it, or you just pray? Now we got Ronkas chasing Ronkas. Got a whole infestation of these serpents. Alright. Making sense. Kataria has a nose for perfumes. We've already done this quest, so I'm not going to read it. Marks of friendship. Kator Paso Kotelrer. I always forget I can't pronounce this person's name. Koterl. Hassel knows that a gift or three never goes astray. We've done this quest before, so we're not going to read it. Rational thinking. Kator Paso has a passion for rations. Once we descend into the caverns, you'll appreciate that it isn't always practical to return to city. Yeah, we've already done this quest. No new quests, so we're not going to read through them. Just going to go and do them. Oh, dang it. Lahi, why you do this to me? I thought 8 o'clock, the evening time would have come. Why must you torment me, Lahi? Okay. Go down and then to the side, and then we'll teleport back. Fortunately, my botanist is still too low. That sneak will not be effective in this area. Don't mind me, Caracals. Just here to get some splendid lavender. Don't look this way. Don't look this way. Still getting used to the polar bear. While I did have the polar bear in my mount list, I didn't put him as a favorite until recently. Oh, I'm like, why is it still Lahi right now? And I go, the everlasting light returned, dummy. Of course, it's playing Lahi at the nighttime. There is no nighttime. It's like, man, I thought at 8 o'clock it switches to nighttime music. It's that point in the story where the everlasting light has returned. I'm so dumb. Oh, I do too, but man, Lahi's a bit much for me. Especially when you're in the zone for extended periods of time. Just getting blasted with this woman screaming Lahi at me. I love the nighttime theme though. It's so chill. And Amarang's theme, I really like that theme. That one's really nice. It's been kind of a running gag on my playthroughs is that I get blasted with Lahi. And actually, we're going to do some untreated territory some more. This is actually going to still be kind of first playthrough territory. We're going to complete the facet of fishing, or whatever it's called. I have not done this quest ever. Not even on my main. So we're gonna actually complete this one. Oh, wait. Yeah, wandering the depths. We can't do it yet. We can't do it yet. I was like, wait a minute. I haven't gone to MSQ 80 yet. Okay. Never mind. Back to the MSQ we go. I should use the Aetheryte to travel around. A sad one. Speaking of sad music, the one theme that I really miss, like I was hoping they wouldn't get rid of it completely, is the Everlasting Light Clusia theme. It's like such a kind of really interesting vibe take that it has, like this kind of mixture between, god damn it, how do I miss that? It's on your sleeper playlist. I could see you sleeping to this, but you know what I mean? It's like this melancholy sea shanty theme. And then too short. Sorry, it's... Can I jump from here? I can. One last try. I've already gotten this on my main character, but I just want a little extra experience. Maybe I should switch to machinist while I do it. Okay, screw it, screw it. I've already gotten that one on my main character. Like the Everlasting Light Lucia theme is such a interesting like vibe to it. My retrospective playthrough, I gotta make sure to talk to these NPCs more to get more of their kind of the story progression. Oh wait, what am I doing? Gotta learn about the Exarch's past. Might as well teleport, right? Teleport just a couple feet forward. It's worth it, damn it. Okay. Tomorrow launch. That's where everyone stops me and says, hey, buddy. We need to think this through a bit. More spam calls. Jeez. I am getting plagued by spam calls. Chase got an idea. No. Faster if we just leave this way. Bismarck. A primal, a restaurant, and a giant whale island. All in the same game. Funny how like Final Fantasy XIV borrows so much from other Final Fantasy games, and you know, why wouldn't you? Each game kind of borrows something from the other. I wonder if like a future Final Fantasy game is ever going to have Ravana in it, which was like, you know, the original, a completely original summit, like primal to the Final Fantasy XIV universe. 14 is your first Final Fantasy game? I mean, it's its own thing, you know. It's obviously different from most other Final Fantasies. If you need a recommendation, 10 is the peak. 10 is the pinnacle. Has the best party system. It has the best, I really like the leveling system, the ability system. Its graphic style has aged pretty well, though I think there's remasters of it too, so there's that. Has some pretty good character designs. I mean, 7 has the best characters. 8 has the best kind of monster designs. 9 is just has a really good story, and it's like an ode to the Final Fantasies of the past. So it has a kind of a sprite come to 3D look about it. You can get over that. It's not too bad. Uh, 10 is just the best overall. There are some things that other Final Fantasies do better than 10, but 10's just the best. 11 is an MMO. It's a real old school MMO. If you love grinds, though I don't know, it's been so long since I played. It's been so long since I played. Wow, we're already here. Heard that 15 isn't worth playing. I don't like the direction of new Final Fantasy games. They're too single protagonist focus, when Final Fantasies have been usually an ensemble of characters. Of course, you have the main character like Cloud and Squall/Leon and Titus and Zidane, but there's always this great ensemble of characters. You get their backstories and you get to play with them and as them. And Final Fantasy 15 and 16 has too much of a focus on their one character. 15 was like an unreleased product when it was released, because it took 3 DLCs for you to get to play as your entire party. So I don't know, I bought 15 because I really wanted to play 13 Versus, and it felt like, oh, don't forget the Aether Currents. And it felt like kind of like a long time coming, but I lost interest in it before I even played it. That's because I found out like, oh, you only get to play as Noctis. Like, that sucks. I don't want to just play as Noctis. I want to play as a party. And then they said, oh, now, like years later, they're like, oh, now you can play as your entire party, but the damage had already been done. I didn't really feel like retreading it. So I have it. I have Final Fantasy 15 sitting on my shelf. Maybe someday I'll play it. I'm like, is that DLC free? Is that DLC free? Because it feels like you released an unfinished game. And then 16 came out, and I think that 16... It's hard to describe. I don't think that the Final Fantasy 14 team needed to be doing Endwalker and Final Fantasy 16 at the same time. I think both games suffered because of it. Like, people like Endwalker fine, but if you kind of notice that there's this huge gap in content. There's no field exploration. It feels like, you know, all you got pretty much was Island Sanctuary as something new. And I haven't done Island Sanctuary, but from what I'm told, it stinks. I feel like they should have put a lot more effort into Island Sanctuary to make it worth it. Like, it should have been content that was getting continuously updated to the rest of the game. It should have been, they should have tried to make it more like Animal Crossing. What can I say? I don't know. I haven't played it, so maybe it's actually is a lot of fun. But it felt, and what I hear about 16 is, one, it's Devil May Cry. It's Final Fantasy Devil May Cry, which I mean, it's obvious that it is. They hired the Devil May Cry action expert to come in and make the battle system for them. So again, you don't get to play as the ensemble, which I really don't like. I like having multiple. I love side characters. It's very rare that I enjoy a main character as much as I enjoy the side characters. How do I get out of here? I believe this way. So that was a thing, and I've heard very mixed things about the story. Like, I've heard some positive things, but I've also heard that it has no levity to it at all. And, you know, in a Final Fantasy game, you need some levity. Most stories, you need some levity. Like, it's just so depressing. Or so serious all the time. So I just didn't really, I just didn't feel the need to play it, you know? Maybe someday. where's my Chocobo? Chocobo needs experience too. So I'm hoping whatever next Final Fantasy game they come out with, it's more kind of going back to the roots. Like, I didn't mind Final Fantasy VII Remake's battle system, actually. I thought it was a good balance between action and party dynamic. You got to switch through people. There still was an A to B gauge. It had action elements to it. But at least you felt... I mean, I know a lot of old school fans. I did not attune. What an idiot I am. I need to attune. What was I saying? I know a lot of people want turn-based combat like Expedition 33, which I totally get, but I didn't mind like the mixture of action and turn-based that Final Fantasy VII Remake had. The problem with Final Fantasy VII Remake is that it was a complete hoodwink. It was not a remake. It was a sequel to Final Fantasy VII, more specifically probably Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core. And those damn whisperers felt like a insult to me on a personal level that I couldn't I put down the game. It was too short. One, it was too short. Two, I didn't mind them taking liberties with some aspects of the game, but they took too many liberties. And three, those whisperers were an insult. Those plot ghosts were an insult to me as a fan of the original. And I couldn't. When we blew up the whispers at the end of 7 Remake, I was like, okay, maybe I can play the sequel because those things are gone. And then I found out they're not gone. And I'm like, nope, I'm done. I'm not playing that game with those freaking plot ghosts in it. Excuse me. That's my 7 Remake rant that I go through every once in a while on stream. And then I saw what they did with Eris's death. And I'm like, you took the most iconic video game character death in history. And you thought you could do better. And that I was just like, I'm glad I didn't pay for this game. You should have just made a remake. You shouldn't have made a sequel. Oh man, you want to watch Sebi Winx's breakdown of Eris's death. I'm getting a sore throat. I hope I'm not getting sick. Been hanging around with my sick mom, making sure she's all right. Might be getting sick myself. One sec, I need to get a water. In fact, I'm going past my break time. Usually I have a break around 3 o'clock Eastern. I have not taken a break today yet. Might have to do that soon. But yeah, you should watch Sebby Winks' breakdown of Eris's death and Rebirth. And I was just staring at it like, holy God. We'll give wrong answers to the next thing. I think after we complete this quest, I'm gonna take a break. One, I need to get some zinc lozenges for my throat, and also I just need to stretch. You know, should be sitting down for too long. It's not good for you. Oh God, my mouse wheel. My mouse wheel is broken. I hate this. Come on. I really need a new mouse. Just I rarely use my mouse wheel. I mean, I would use it a lot, but I can do workarounds. I do not want to get sick before the fan fest. Well, I'm not going or anything, so I guess it won't matter too much. The structure again. The structure that looks nothing like this picture. I always find that funny. Find the structure, it looks nothing like this. Luckily, there's a pin on the map. I know exactly where it is. This is the structure, yes. Find the structure, then inspect it from a survey point. Okay, where's the survey point? It's up here. There's a current. Let's get that. I'm gonna take this time to take a break. I need to get some stuff for my developing sore throat, which I'm worried about. I need a stretch and I need a snack, so we'll reconvene. Make this actually kind of a bit longer of a break. Thank you, Lord. Let's make this going to be a bit longer than normal. We'll come back at 55. Let me just set up the break message here. Change the time. I'll try to be back at 55. Make sure everyone, if you're here, if you've been sitting, get a stretch, get some snacks yourselves, and I will see you anon. Oh, I'm a little late. Sorry, folks. Oops. Wrong scene. My bad. Sorry. Yeah. Just needed to get some food in my stomach before I make sure I drink some water. Got a zinc lozenge here. So I'm not allowed to drink anything or eat anything for like half an hour or 15 minutes after I take this zinc lozenge. So you gotta get that medicine in your throat. So, thumbs up. I sound weird because I have this lozenge in my mouth. All right. Hope my mic isn't picking up too much of my mouth noises as I suck on this lozenge. I think it's okay. I think the filters are filtering. But I apologize in advance. I hate small noises, so I would not wish for y'all to suffer through it. Time to go meet that girl guy. I'm still not at level 80 on either of my jobs. Go through all of a dungeon and a trial and the MSQ and it's still not enough experience. I will have to make note of that. One moment. Really sorry about this, folks, but I must quickly take a bio break. Be right back. Sorry about that. But that was an emergency. I'm now definitely sure that I am coming down with something. So we're gonna try to power through. If it becomes an issue, like I have to take too many bio breaks or whatever, we'll just end the stream. My energy's still good, so we're gonna keep going with the stream, but I am definitely not in good health now. That was an emergency situation that needed to get taken care of. So but if there was any question about it before, I'm definitely coming down with something. I was just sick. Not like a month ago. Now I'm sick again. What does he say? Level 79 quest requires you to do level 80 content. Not the best design thing. Got a level. Might as well level machinist, it's farther away. Sorry for the silence, it's just, yeah. That emergency bio break, kind of was an eye-opener in my situation, just, yeah. And now I feel like my health is slow. It's deteriorating quite quickly, but I'm gonna try to get through. We only have 15 minutes left on the stream, so I'm gonna power through it, but it might be a bit more quiet than normal. Apologies in advance. last one. Yeah. Might as well get some experience while we wait for the queue to pop. Oh, somebody else is here. There we go. Bonus experience. That person has a similar party to me. Where am I at? 8. How come it feels like I had less problems with a character with like more than twice as many jobs? Maybe because I off stream I would cap out the gemstones and max the shared fates. I'm gonna do that one. Rather try to see if Formidable will pop. And plus, it's a higher level, so more experience. Oh boy. Start out the stream feeling fine, by the end of it, sick. This one's pretty annoying because there's so many of these mobs. Like, you can just get into like an endless cycle of killing them. In. Though I don't think it'll count because I'm in another area. It doesn't count. I'll just help that person out by turning it in. Really early. Need all the experience I can get here. Wall. Wow, I can use overheat, but not heat blast. That's crazy. I thought those two came together. There's a tiny little burst window with regular cooldowns. Regular OCDs. GCDs. Don't have to stay open at one more. Taking a little. We'll gain on 2 and these are only levels. Break those ice. Can stun that guy. Yep, he did. To be honest, probably after this dungeon, I'm gonna end the stream a little early. My health, my condition is just worsening. I'm gonna have to I can tell that I'm gonna have to, like, have another emergency situation on my hands. I'm holding it together right now. There probably won't be an outro. There probably won't be my usual like. So I'll just say it now. You know, if you could do me a favor and like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. You know, if you want to support me directly through becoming a YouTube channel member, if you're watching this on Twitch, the only way you can help me is through following me. So that would be great as well. If you can catch these VODs on my Shadowbringers playlist on YouTube or 7 days after on Twitch. I don't know if I'll be streaming on Friday, to be honest, because this is the start of something really nasty. Who knows? We'll just have to take it by ear. I'll leave a message on YouTube posts, or I'll update my Twitch stream title should should that be the case where I'm not? So and I didn't even level. So they'll be. So yeah, I have to ditch, guys. I'm really sorry. This is just my health is just not doing well. I can tell right now that I'm gonna have another emergency situation, and I don't want to have to keep going back and forth and going back and forth, you know, leaving for extended times, especially when I'm kind of close to my end time anyway. Just gonna end the stream 30 minutes early. I'm not gonna play my outro as I normally do. We're just gonna end it here because I really got to go. So sorry again. We'll pick it up next time, whenever that is. Hopefully Friday. If not, we'll just play it, you know, next time is next time. I'll see you when I see you.